thank you all for coming out this morning. I'm delighted that we have some men here to hear our distinguished speaker, and I'm hoping we can all have time to ask a few questions of our guest today. I think she would have a lot of advice for us women here. Carla Walker Miller is founder, president, and CEO of Walker Miller Energy Services. She's an analytical and savvy businesswoman with over 20 years of energy industry experience. Her company was established in 2000. It is a Detroit-based firm design that implements energy-efficient solutions for utility, residential, and commercial clients. The company offers innovative energy waste reduction solutions that help decrease energy consumption and contributes to occupant safety and comfort. She's an engineer by her degree. She has led her business to double-digit growth after the recession, earning both local and national recognition as an innovative company. And I can't even tell you how many awards this woman has won for the wonderful work that she's done. Just a few of them. She's received accolades from Inc. 5000 as one of the fastest growing companies in America, the Michigan Habitat for Humanity Community Partner of the Year, Michigan Chronicle Newsmaker of the Year, Crane's Detroit Business and Cool Places to Work in Michigan. In 2015, her firm was selected by the Michigan Small Business Development Center as the 2015 Best Small Business in Southeast Michigan. So many distinguished awards. As part of her strong commitment to the Detroit community, she started a nonprofit in 2003 called the Water Access Volunteer Effort Fund. WAVE provides water and bill assistance to low-income Detroit children. Louis, you should talk to her. And has distributed over $2 million and helped over 9,200 families. She currently serves as the organization's founder and executive director. Please join me in welcoming Carla Walker Miller as our guest today.
Thank you all so much. It's a great honor to be here. How did I get this gig in the first place? I really appreciate it. And any organization that has 2 announcements about bacon in the first year, I call you all my peeps. I really am in an interesting position in life right now. So I started out, I'm originally from Nashville, Tennessee, so you all will hear a y'all every now and then, and grew up in a very stable, low-income home. My mother was a domestic worker. My father was a janitor who had 3 jobs, a day job, a night job, and a weekend job. And so the work ethic wasn't something that was discussed. It was just something that was. This is just what you do. Whatever you need to do is what you do. And it was kind of ingrained in us by our parents' activity, not by preaching. But the education ethic was preached all the time, that in order to get ahead, education was #1. So did well in high school, got a scholarship to college, and I became an engineer because I got a scholarship to be an engineer. No interest in engineering, no particular talent, and but that was the path. That was the path forward. So I went, in my 3rd year, my best friend dropped out of engineering because it was just too tough. And I remember sitting on the steps crying, saying, "No, I'm going to be the dumbest girl left in engineering if you quit," which was not a compliment to her at all. But so I graduated and I started working in Athens, Georgia. And when you all talk about culture and a cultural shock, now I'm from Nashville, Tennessee, okay? So this is 1981. But I moved to Athens, Georgia, and I was like Ellie Mae Clampett. First time away from home, and my mouth must have been wide open the whole first year I was working because I had no context. I went to a HBCU, historically black college and university, Tennessee State. Grew up in a black neighborhood, so when I moved to Athens, Georgia, and went to work for Westinghouse at a plant with 1,100 people and 2 black people in the front office, I didn't know how to process it. I didn't have the tools to process that. And being 21 as well. So when I tell you that from 1981 to when I left corporate America in 2000, they chewed me up and spat me out, okay? They ate me for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And my work ethic did not prepare me. Because again, for me it was keep your head down, do the best job you can, be the best person that you can, help other people. That is not the mentality of corporate America. So I persevered and even progressed in corporate America, but what my experience there really taught me was that everyone needs to be valued. Everybody needs to be valued. If it's worth paying them for the work that they do, no matter who you are, then they should be valued. And that's just not the norm. And especially in the 80s, those of you who are young, the Shark Tank was the office. And in many cases still is the office. So you throw a 21-year-old country girl in the middle of a Shark Tank. Now, the issue with me though is that we're still doing the same thing. We're still throwing 20-year-old country girls and 20-year-old country boys into Shark Tanks where we don't know the landscape. And that's why meetings like this are so important. When I am called a woman of achievement, it's interesting to me because having the opportunity to have a platform now, which is something I didn't have until maybe the last 5 years or so, there are more women of achievement sitting in every audience. Every time I have an opportunity to speak, there are more women of achievement in the audience who have greater achievements than I have. But what I didn't learn until 4 or 5 years ago, and I won't say I didn't learn it, what I didn't absorb, what I didn't accept, is the importance of relationships. And when I say relationships, I mean relationships with people who don't look like you, with people with whom you are totally uncomfortable. That's important for white men, that's important for white women, that's important for black women, and it's important for black men. It's important for every single race and nationality. One of the things that I'm excited about in today's culture is that people are recognizing diversity and inclusion as a business imperative, because the view, just having the diversity of different views sitting around the table it's incredible. It's incredible. If you introduce one person different from the other people in the room, and they have the courage and the opportunity to be open, then you have advanced the thinking of that particular group. I've had the benefit of being that one person at a table with 5 white guys over 50. And it's astounding to me, some of the assumptions and perceptions and preconceived ideas about how the world is, period. Because if the people that you deal with are by far white men over 50, there's a groupthink there. If the people that you deal with are black women over 50, there's a groupthink there. And we have to come out. So what I want to encourage everyone to do, and again, I didn't start doing that until the last 4 years, and that's why most of you, other than maybe a couple of my friends from DTE, never heard of me before the last 4 years, because I didn't get the relationship thing. I was uncomfortable, reaching out. I was uncomfortable with people who are too different from me. Maybe one in my group, or maybe two, but I'm just not going to sit at a table, with blah, blah, blah. But what D.B. Cooper said? They said, why, when they asked D.B. Cooper, I know you all know this, why do you rob banks? His answer was, because that's where the money is. My sisters, white men, that's where the money is. And if you are not developing relationships with white men, you are missing a huge opportunity. Board selection and being on boards is a big deal now. Who are the people on boards? Who are on boards, and I mean paid boards. I don't mean slaving boards. I'm on 10 boards where I don't make a penny. I worry way, way, way too much, you know, and my free time is between 3 and 5 a.m. on Saturdays. I'm doing work. But I'm talking about paid boards, corporate boards. People nominate people that they know, that they have a relationship with. And the same is true in business. So I really didn't start having the level of success, the ability to collaborate until I started working on the relationships. So 4 years ago, there was a big opportunity at a utility, and we put in a bid. We were told that we won the bid. Didn't hear anything else and found out we lost the bid. So we won the bid technically on the technical evaluation, right? But what I found out was we lost the bid. We lost the business because they gave the business to a company that they knew better. They had a better relationship with. And that was a life-changing opportunity. It was a high number, high profit, multi-million-dollar opportunity. And from then on, my business plan became 4 words. Y'all gonna know me. So I just can't tell you how much courage it took for a natural introvert to just start getting out there and being uncomfortable every day. And one of the things I did every day in every tough meeting was I prayed for favor. I just asked God to please, you know, this meeting that I'm walking into, this group of men, power, arrogance, testosterone, just give me favor. Just help them to look upon me with openness and with favor. For me to pray that, I have to do that with everyone that I meet. So my message to you is, we are not in a world where in order for me to win, you have to lose. Especially as women, there are so many opportunities to pull other women into the room. We can't keep doing this intimidation thing. They have a woman, so they don't need another woman in this group. They have a black person, so they don't need another. No, we need to look at the best people. But the only way you can realistically and successfully look at the best people is know who they are, have a reference, have an ecosystem of accomplished, talented, positive people in the right culture to select from. You cannot have 50 white men and pick the best person out of those 50 white men. It has to be a group. So I have 2 messages. One, to women, let's just be courageous. Let's get out there. Let's be uncomfortable. Let's do what we need to do to take over and make the world a better place.
Right.
And my message for men and for those who already have accomplished access into the room, because the room is where the decisions are really made. Everyone knows that. And most of us have never been in the room. I've started getting invited to the outer hall of the room. But those decisions about you and your success, where you're going to go and where the companies are going to go, are all made when you're not in the room. So we have to make sure that people perceive us as who we really are, not who they think we are through one interaction. So let's develop those relationships. But those of you who are already in the room, I urge you to lean outside of that room and pull other people in, because statistics show, all the evidence shows, that diversity, companies who really focus on diversity, are more successful. They're more profitable, they're more stable, they know what's going on in the world. So those of you in the room, lean out, bring the rest of us in so that we can affect the world the way we really need to, in a way that's inclusive, in a way that's positive, in a way that's profitable, and in a way that takes care of people. And let's all win. We can all win. That's it. Thank you.